So hello guys, and welcome to the 7th episode of the 12 Days of Switchmas, and today I will be talking about Metroid Prime Remastered, which, yet again, is another unexpected game. Like, this year had so many interesting releases, and it was definitely packed for Nintendo, which is why I'm discussing so many great games here. So, Metroid Prime Remastered, like the title suggests, is a remaster, but unlike Pikmin 1 plus 2, which were basically simple ports of the game, this basically kind of overhauled the visual style of the game. And it almost comes across as a remake. It almost looks like a full remake with what they did here. Like, the visuals are very impressive here. Honestly, they look impressive for the Switch. For some of the things I've seen here. Like, honestly, like, when looking at some of these visual effects in this game, like in the remaster here, it almost looks like something that could be like on the PS4 or something. So it looks pretty good for the Switch, like better in a lot of ways than some Switch games, but it still technically is a remaster because I think it still technically is the same core game and everything. They didn't really rebuild it from the ground up. They just changed quite a lot of things about the original game to kind of make it look really good on the Switch. Like, they changed a lot of the models, textures, and things. And I really appreciate what they did here. Like, it looks very impressive, like I said. And honestly, I would say it honestly kind of is worth the $40 price tag for all of the changes that they made here. The only kind of issue is the fact that, like, there isn't any, like, extra content on top of this. I wish there were, like, new things that they added. But for what it is, I think it is a pretty good package. And definitely is the definitive way to play this game. Like, especially with the controls. Like, with the fact that you can actually kind of both move, like, the camera and then also aim the arm cannon is really nice. And just, like, the controls are so much better than they were on the GameCube. I haven't played Metroid Prime Trilogy. I've just played the original Metroid Prime on the GameCube. I mean, I would definitely say it's up there as, like, one of my favorite GameCube games behind, like, Thousand Year Door, Wind Waker, and things like that. But Metroid Prime on the GameCube was great, but I would say the controls didn't really age the best, because they were a bit clunky, at least in modern standards. So this remaster definitely does a lot, to improve these controls, and is definitely much more fun to play, like, in a modern setting and everything. But I definitely think it feels pretty good overall. But, like, again, going back to the visuals here, it looks really nice. Like, all of the environments here on, like, Talon 4 look just really nice on the Switch. Like when looking at the rain, it kind of, like, when you look up, it kind of, the water runs down the arm cannon and everything. You can see, like, all of the, like, reflections and everything. Like, if you, like, I think if you, like, charge up, like a blast and then hit it against, like, a wall or something, it will have, like, the original game did this, but I think the remake kind of, like, revamped it a little bit, and made it so where you could, like, see the reflection of Samus's face. So I think, well, I mean, the original did have some of these things, but they look, like, much better and much kind of more detailed in the remake here. And yeah, this is just such a fun game in general. Like, I've already loved the original Metroid Prime, but this remaster definitely does a lot with it. And if you're interested in checking out the Metroid Prime series before Metroid Prime 4 releases, this is definitely a pretty good place to start. I'm sure, like, a lot of people, like, who've played, like, Metroid Dread, got into this and everything, and I definitely recommend playing Metroid Dread as well. I love that game, also along with this. But Metroid Prime is great, and this was definitely a great game that kind of tied us over to Metroid Prime 4. I just hope we get more of these like remasters on the level of this. Like Metroid Prime 2 and 3 would be great to see in this style. So I really hope we get that before 4, like maybe in the next few months with the next direct or something. Um since we got the announcement of the Thousand Year Door remake out of the way, that's like the main thing I've been hoping for. Now I could also hope for some other GameCube games too, like Metroid Prime 2 and 3, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, stuff like that. So yeah, and this was kind of the start of the trend with like GameCube games and everything, since it was like shadow dropped in the direct, which was crazy, and then it also got a physical release after that, which I appreciate. I'm so glad they did a physical release for this, since that's the version that I ended up picking up, since I usually collect like physical games and everything. The only time I didn't was with Pikmin 1+2, but the only reason for that was because the physical version didn't come out until September. But Metroid Prime Remastered was kind of the start of the trend for Nintendo re-releasing these GameCube games on the Switch. I mean, I guess they did it before, but like this is the start of them doing it more consistently. And I think it was definitely a pretty good sign, since like we ended up getting Pikmin 1+2 and then the Thousand Year Door remake. So I really hope they continue to kind of go on this trend here of releasing these GameCube games, either if they're straight ports, impressive remasters with like Metroid Prime, or full remakes like Thousand Year Door. I really hope they continue to do this. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye!